It's the battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
A three-year starter at the University of Utah. He got his NFL opportunity as Lamar Jackson's backup in Baltimore, mainly because he possessed similar qualities. Excellent runner, big-time arm, just has to grow in accuracy and avoiding mistakes.
Ready? They begin the drive with Robinson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Huntley to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Robinson up the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. 1-yard pickup. That's the 4th down.
They picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 38, Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll let the quarterback keep him here on 1st and 10. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. To throw, Huntley. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Huntley. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Huntley. That one complete out to Dotson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We're scoreless after 1. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5 from the 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now driving the starter good field position is facing 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose diagnose a play and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On second down, it's Cook again. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Now Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down. Sometimes you're trying to get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Cook now off the read option. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cook again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's complete left side to Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, it's caught. Becker. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
To throw is Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Justin Tucker for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-point drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a
fan bases. They're happy with that field goal.
I have no fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Huntley looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And they're front 7 defensively. They've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Huntley out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw on 3rd down. Huntley. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And that's a crusher right there. That's man open for a first down. Throw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime. Well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my Apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run the option left. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one from 14 yards and another first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's make some good calls. Do this, offense. Put that momentum on, man.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cook now off the read option. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Jackson going to hold on to this.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, Cook. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Play action. It's Jackson.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and he pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing will lead you to bigger errors.
Justin Matabika working his way to the quarterback that time.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Huntley to throw.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So, Brandon, we saw it in a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him up 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
That is caught with Sean Bateman.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands. Guys running at the quarterback.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Right at the 40. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. The quick feet by Jackson.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Play action. Now Jackson.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now Washington
down on the scoreboard. 1:52 to play.
Here's Huntley.
It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Huntley.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he is going to lose yardage here.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense...
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion.
Now Huntley.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. And the ball is knocked out. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.